Hey Richard, Britt here. This is your handover walkthrough for the Aeroadix site. By the end of this video, you'll know how to sign in, change any product, swap photos, and update the homepage. No developer, no code, just you. I'm also going to point you to the owner's manual as we go, so you've got a written reference for anything that I show you. Let's get into it. So this is the operations walkthrough for the Aeroadix store. About 15 minutes. I'll cover how to run the site day to day, changing prices, adding products, managing your photos, checking orders, and what to do if something looks broken. So 2 surfaces to keep straight. This is the public storefront. What your customers see. There's also an admins panel that I haven't showcased to you yet. I'm pulling that up now, which I should have already done probably. Oops. And how you get to that admin panel is you type in aeroadix.com like you're going to the site, but then you /admin. And voila. Voila. And it automatically logs me in because I am already logged in, but you can change your password. That's something we'll probably have to cover too. I didn't think to add that into this, but your richard@aeroadix.com is paid for the year. You have it on Neo. We'll go over that too, but that's how you log in with a password that I will send you on the credentials sheet. And then, so the 2 surfaces to keep straight. This is the public storefront, and this is what your customers see. This is your public storefront, and this is what your customers see. This is the site that we've been working on. And then there's now the admin panel that I created to mitigate the coding issue, because I know that we didn't want to have to code things on the back end. So we created a platform for updating your site with products and photos and everything else. So let's get to it. A quick tour of the customer site so that you know what they experience. Top of the shop for platform filters, right here. This is going to be your Focus RS, the GTR R35, BMW E90, E92, and the STI. Click one of the grid filters to that platform and fog lights and loose products under the STI. We're on Ford Focus though, so STI right here. And this one has all of your extra stuff. Click into any product and this will be the detail page. Image gallery, price, what's included, the full specs, add to cart, buy now. Checkout runs through Stripe, so I will show you how to do that as well, but it's going to be a lot easier for you because I set it up to have a dynamic checkout, meaning that usually when somebody is running a site and they have Stripe checkout, they have to go into Stripe and set up what is called a product key. And then they have to integrate that product key into their code. So each time that they update these types of products, they have to go in and create a new product key in Stripe. And it's a big pain in the butt and I hate it. So I created what's called a dynamic checkout, which means that it will instead read the amount directly from the checkout screen. So when your customer goes in, they get the checkout product that you have created on your admin screen, and whatever price you have input for that product will be directly sent to Stripe at the time of checkout. So if they have multiple products, then it's going to add up the products amounts for you and then to factor in the taxes directly at checkout instead of having hard-coded pricing. So it's going to be a lot easier with the admin screen. So that goes through Stripe though still. So then we have a little email capture here because it's important to get people's emails, and that will go into your Stripe as well. That's where you'll collect those, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So this is the checkout. We can do like a test run. This is the one that I was telling you that you need to set up with your authentication, because they need to verify your identity before they actually start putting money into your account. But for now, it's on a sandbox, so you can use whatever. And the 424242 all the way across is the sandbox card number that's used for testing. Pay. And this is what your customers will actually like process, how their process will go. And we'll have, once you authenticate your identity, we can set up the actual like shipping and everything else that will go along with that. But this is the screen that it directs them back to once they've checked out, once they've paid. And it says continue shopping. It says, thank you for your order. Your CFD engineered aero components are being prepared for shipment. And at some point, if you would like to expand on that, we can also talk about creating automations to send out thank you emails and marketing emails as well. So you click in blah, blah, blah. That's the whole customer path. Everything that you're about to control feeds this. So section 3 is going to be logging into the cockpit, which is this admin screen. We'll sign out for the time being. This is your admin screen. Your password I will send to you on your credentials thing, but we wanted to keep it secret for this purpose of this video in case the wrong eyes view it. But you sign in. It's got encryption through what's called Supabase, and that's where your photos will actually be stored. But you input them here on the admin screen. But that's what keeps it light and rendering fast, is not having a bunch of storage in your actual site, but on the back end it has like a bucket that you put that automatically sends your photos to. So it renders on demand rather than keeping all the extra stuff it doesn't need to render all the time. So this is your dashboard screen. You have your products here. You can go in and edit each individual product. You can add products, create a new product. You can edit the product as is, and it says savings versus individual. Like you can add little discounts. You can click to have a little in stock marker on it or a featured marker. What's included is right here. So you just add line items there. Specifications, add line items just the same. There's little bundle components enable, so you can bundle things to have little packages that will add up automatically, and you save the changes here and it goes directly to your site just like that. There's also the carousel image swap here. You can reorder them if you want. You can add new ones by dropping them here. Again, uploads on demand. So anytime you remove a photo or add a photo in, it's going to directly populate on your customer facing site live. You log in with your owner account. This is the only account that can change anything. Nobody can ever reach this without your login. And even if they got the page, the database itself rejects rights from anyone but you. And that's deliberate. Top navigation is dashboard, products, carousel, and storage. The two screens you'll use most are the products and the carousel. Let's start with products. This is the most important thing on the whole video, so watch it once you've got it. Find a product, click into the price field. You have to click edit first. Click into the price field. Change the number, say $5.90 instead, and hit save. Save changes. Now watch. I'll flip us to the live store. Maybe. I don't even know which one. Okay, so I changed the focus, right? So go to the live store right here, and we'll click on our focus, and it changed to $5.90. So our checkout screen, buy now, proceed to payment. Oh, it thinks that we have a bunch of stuff in our cart, which, see, this is the cart. We want just the focus. So now we're at $5.90. So our checkout screen, proceed to payment. It's got to give you your email. I want this in right now. So this is the same thing. So it just like sends that $5.90 so they can check out easily with that $5.90 price without you having to go in and redo your price IDs. You can do even more with that. You can change it. We can make it $1. And you can change the description. You can change everything from this admin screen, and it directly updates live to your site. It's pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. Here's what matters. On most stores, a price lives in 2 or 3 places that have to be kept in sync. The developer has to push a change, not here. You are the only price authority. You change it and the store reflects it. The checkout charges exactly what you set, and there's no stale price hiding in Stripe waiting to overcharge somebody. Edit $5.95. Save changes. There we go. So then when we go back over here, we go down to our focus. There it is, $5.95. So everything updates live time. Done. And that's how every price change works for the life of this site. Section 5. If price, no deploy. You can also add a new products by clicking new product and clicking into here, and then we can say, let's say you want to add, well, is that the product's web address autofills from the name. Change only if needed. It cannot be edited after creation, and that's to save you from having multiple slugs with old pricing and everything else on like sitting stale. So like say you're going to sell something at $595, but a year from now you decide to update the pricing on that particular product because of, you know, inflation or whatever. So now you're selling it for $650 and the site address for that particular product. That's the full loop. Anything you can sell, you can add yourself in about 2 minutes without me. Okay, so your money lives in Stripe. The site sends the customer to the checkout. Stripe processes the card and every order shows up on your Stripe account. Your payments, every successful order, every failed one. Click any payment to see the customer, the amount, and any items. Refunds, we have to go in through the Stripe store to go over this stuff. Okay, we're going to stop sharing. I just needed to fix it and then start over. One thing to know, if a failed payment is almost always the customer's card getting declined by their bank and it's not the site breaking, you'll see the decline reason on the payment. And refunds, open the payment, hit refund, confirm the amount for a full or partial, blah, 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 blah. If something looks broken, quick triage. If something looks wrong, in order. The site won't load at all. You're going to check whether it's your internet or then check that it's Netlify's status page. If Netlify is down, it's your store, not their it's not your store, it's their hosting, and it'll come back. So a checkout problem, look at the payment in Stripe. The decline reason is right there, generally speaking. Card declines are usually the customer's site or the customer's bank and not your site. Anything that's actually a defect in what I built, that's on me to fix inside the warranty window, and I specified that window inside the deliverable document that has all that information. Everything in section 8 of that handover document spells out what's covered and how to reach me, which obviously you know. Well, sometimes. That's the store, the prices, stock, products, photos, and control of all of it from the cockpit. And every change is live in the second you make it. Orders and refunds are in Stripe. Messages are in your email and in Netlify. The full handover document has everything written down. It also has the links to your email as well as your logins for that, as well as any like information for setting up your Netlify and setting up your GitHub. If you would like me to transfer all of that code to you, I can, or I can manage it for you. We could talk about that too, however you want to do that. It's just kind of up in the air right now. I don't mind it being where it's at right now. So we can talk about that down the line if you want more edits or what we decide to do, whatever. Sign into the acceptance form when you've had the chance to look it over, sign it and send it back to me. And then that'll mark our 30-day window for warranty edits, and then also say we are officially complete. It's built and it's documented and it's yours to run, and you don't owe anybody any monthly installment plan or anything or subscriptions or bullshit. Your Neo is like $5 a month or something. I paid the first year, but that's just your aeroadix.com email, which you can keep, and I added the contact or the sales at aeroadix.com that you wanted to. And then after the first year, it'll give you a notification that you'll need to renew it. and go ahead and change all your passwords for those things. I think the only things that you really have are going to be Netlify, GitHub, Neo, Supabase, and that's it, I think. Anyways, that's it. Sign off. All right. This dashboard is just your home base. Each of these tiles shows a live count, how many products, how many homepage tiles, and so on. Clicking one jumps you straight into that section, and that's all this page does. So let's start where you will spend your most time, which is the product section. This is your product list, everything in your shop, top to bottom, and the order here is literally the order that customers will see it on the page. So you have the options of moving them around to restructure the order. See the little up and down arrows here? That's how you reorder. You want your bestseller at the top, you can move it all the way to the top. Across each row, you can see its photo, its name. Why does it keep doing this? Across each photo row, you can see its photo, its name, its vehicle, the vehicle, the price, whether it's in stock, and whether it's featured. Let me show you how adding one from scratch now. This one screen builds the entire page. Builds the entire product page that the customer sees. We work top to bottom. Important, nothing saves until you hit the save button at the very bottom. So if you change your mind, you could just click away and nothing will happen. At the top section, this is the basics, your product name, that's the title, the vehicle type, pick the car from this drop down. Once you put, that's actually not a drop down. Huh, it's supposed to be a drop down. If it's a car that's not here yet, you choose add new vehicle and just type it. Then you put price, whole dollars, no $sign needed, savings versus individual. So if you want to bundle, then it'll give you a bundle price, featured, click, or in stock. But you'll usually leave those alone. And then your slug is auto-generated. And that's going to be the product's web address. It fills in automatically from the name. The one thing to know, once you save that address is locked. So glance at it and make sure it's sensible and move on, but don't sweat it. 2 switches, in stock is on by default. Turn it off if the product shows made to order instead. Featured adds that little badge at the top of the tile to flip it on for things you want to push. The description is your sales pitch, free text, write whatever you want. And then now photos. This is the part that people love. You can drag image files right into this box or click it to browse. Here's the one rule that trips people up. The first photo you upload becomes the main thumbnail in the store page. That's the image that is in the shop title. So lead with your best shot. But you can always change it later. Hover over any photo and click set to thumb to promote it or remove to delete it. The current main image is marked with a star. What's included is the bullet list and the product page. On the product page, list add, type a feature, and repeat. The little X deletes the line. Specifications. Am I not freaking recording? Like, I'm gonna die. There I am. Specifications is a spec table, same idea, but it pairs the label on the left, detail on the right. Material, carbon fiber, weight, 2 pounds, whatever applies. And we already talked about the bundle components. I'm like so confused about that. If you ever sell a full package, this is where you'll list it and what's inside, and you can do these together later if we need to. And that's the whole product page. Make it real. You hit create product, and then it'll go immediately onto your live site in your store, just as these. Under here, it'll make its own card. Let's see. I'm going to test this out so you can see it working. Let's say you're going to sell hanging mirror dice. STI, or let's do a new car. Let's do my Jeep Grand Cherokee. The price is going to be $12. Hanging mirror dice. Description: fun, vibrant, hanging mirror fuzzies, just like you had in high school. And then, oh, variables. What's included? 2 dice. String. Green. Blue. 6-inch rope. Bundle components, we're going to skip that for now. And then when you hit create product, there it is, our hanging mirror dice. Now we can go back in and edit because we didn't include a photo. So we'll go here and we can put any of these cute little squirtsy photos on there. Let's do this one. Open. It's a car. We're going to pretend it has hanging mirror dice for right now. Save changes. So we're just going to go back to admin. And we can delete that page and that platform just as easy. Delete. Back to products. And delete. Now, the categories. Is really, oh, I think these are, oh, so these are the categories. These are the, if it's not one that's already listed, you have to go in and add the platform first. Now we know. So the categories, blah, blah, blah. Then this is your carousel page right here. This is these pictures right at the top. So this, you can add the pictures just the same as the other one. You can move them around. You can replace them, delete them. And then this is your storage. So this is going to keep pictures that are uploaded and use. These are all the pictures on there. So on this page, or has orphaned files, you're going to want to go into your Supabase, which will be at supabase.com, and that'll all be on your credential sheet as well, and just delete them so they're not taking up a bunch of space. And that's really it for the admin dashboard. Then the Stripe dashboard is where you will go. You still need to go in there, I think, and sign in with your credentials, which will again be on the credential sheet, and identify yourself or whoever is listed as the business owner. And because it takes a couple days to do that. So I think that 2 or 3 days it takes for them to approve you. And then your debit cards will go through. And then the only thing, it's pretty much all set up. I just have to click it live once you're approved. And then you link your debit card, and I'll show you how to do all that. I'll make you another video, or I'll just come over and show you, whichever. But that is how you use that right now. And right now you can run test transactions, as I showed you in the other video. There's lots of things that we can integrate to optimize this, and we can talk about scoping that out, or we can move on to batteries, or if you've already done, or brakes, sorry, if you've already done that. I understand, because I kind of fell off the radar for a while. And then it says, notice the web address that create. It links to products. The address locks once you save. Once a category exists, you fill it with products. This is the drop down, pick a product, click add product, and that's it. Reorder them with the same up down arrows, blah, 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 blah. Another feature that's cool on here on the platforms page is you can hide a platform, or you can show a platform. So that way you're not, if for some reason it's like a seasonal, or you're just not featuring or not creating them for that anymore, but you might later, you can hide it without having to create it all over again. As far as the carousel goes, make sure that you use wide, high quality landscape photos. Like I showed you, like the photos that you have taken with your phone on like Snapchat or Instagram are going to they're going to be in a vertical layout, and that looks really bad on that main page. And then the last section, it's optional and it's just housekeeping, but all the photos that you upload will get stored in that Supabase. Everything I just showed you runs on a few services behind the scenes. Here's 30-second version of who owns what. Stripe, that's your money. That's the dashboard that you link your debit card to. And also you'll want to set up shipping through there. And that's all really easy to do. And I can show you how to do that. When someone checks out, the Stripe runs the card and deposits it into you. If something asks you for DNS settings to change, or if you want to change DNS settings, let me take it out of Netlify and hand it over to you into a different Netlify account so that it doesn't break everything in the site. Does that, I don't know how to explain that, but like DNS settings are really sensitive. So like things like your email, like I had to set up DNS settings in Netlify or in Neo, and then also in Netlify. And if they don't match up, it'll break the site. So anything technical with your DNS or domains, like let me know and I'll make sure that we switch. And we can do it beforehand too if you don't want to have to let me know everything. But so here's 5 rules that we put together to keep you out of trouble. 1, saving is publishing, no separate publish step. 2, deletes are forever. When it asks you, are you sure? Make sure that you are ready to delete it. 3, the first photo that you drop into a box is your thumbnail. So lead with your best. 4, prices live in the admin panel, not Stripe. And 5, when in doubt, don't delete, call me. I would much rather answer 30-second questions and rebuild the product page. I'm sorry that I've been really unavailable lately. My family's been having a really rough time, and we'll talk about that on the friend level, not on a Loom video, but I've been shitty. I'm sorry. But I'll do better is what I'm saying, so that you can get a hold of me for these types of things. Hopefully we won't have too many. I'm working on getting everything in kind of a way that I can just kind of hand it to you and you can easily manage it from there. And of course I'll be here unless you want me to stay on board. I'm okay with that, but we'll talk about that too. You've got a written version of everything in this video too, so don't have to memorize any of it, and play with it. There's not really anything you break, and anything that you do break, I can fix pretty easily. So it's set up pretty good. And that's really it. Dun 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 dun. Aeroadix. I'm such a